It's Auschwitz, that's the concentration camp.
This is not a history class. It's an education in discrimination, racism, sexism, homophobia and hate in all its forms around the globe.
Because perhaps they're jealous, because perhaps that's the way that they were brought up.
To fight back against anti-Semitism and cyberbullying, the ADC now runs the transformative Click Against Hate program, a free, groundbreaking interactive training program for students in primary and secondary schools.
The self-funded program has reached 100 Victorian schools and now there's interest from interstate.
The program equips students with the knowledge and tools to understand what information is credible.
If I see something bad on social media, I'm going to report it.
I just tell them don't do it and give them a reason so they know that it's wrong.
We're all humans, we all have feelings, and if someone's feelings are hurt, it's not acceptable on the internet.
Right, boys and girls, psychologist time. Why do people hate? Now, I'm not saying that I walk into a room and I don't like the way a person looks, I don't like the way they smell, I don't like the way that they dress. That's not hate. Hate means that I cannot tolerate being in the same space as you. I have this feeling of, I just don't want to be near you. Why would I have that feeling inside me? What would cause me to feel that way about another human being? What's your name?
Max.
Hi, Max. Tell me.
Maybe jealousy.
Jealousy, excellent. Well done, Max. Excellent answer. So jealousy would be that I've got a best friend. My best friend's name is? Kieran. And Kieran and I are tight best friends. Along comes Toby from another school. And Kieran and I, who are best friends, Toby and Kieran, now start hanging out together. And I'm left on the playground, munching on my Vegemite sandwich all by myself, sitting in the corner. And I hate them both. I hate my best friend because he's deserted me, and I hate the new kid because he's stolen my best friend from me. Jealousy is a very strong driver of hate. Well done. What else? Why else would I hate another human being? That's not a normal feeling necessarily. Something will make me hate another person. What?
Well, maybe something, I can't remember what it was, someone said something about the past that someone did.
Okay, so somebody's done something bad to me.
Yeah.
Somebody's done something to me and hurt me, and I hate them because of it. Or they might have done something bad to somebody who I love, maybe a family member, my dad, my brother, my sister. Good, excellent answer. Why else would I hate another person?
They were mean to you, so you do it back.
Okay, so somebody's done something bad to me and therefore I hate them. Right, we've got that one. Why else?
They talk behind your back.
Okay, but that's still somebody who's done something bad to me. I don't want you to think of an example where somebody's done something.
Oh, they've
that somebody's done something to me. I don't want to hear that. Somebody's posted something about me, somebody's hurt me, somebody's bullied me. That's not what we're talking about. I'm going to ask you guys a question and it's going to help you. Why would I hate somebody because of the color of their skin or because of their religion? Why would I hate somebody because of the color of their skin or because of their religion? Why would I? Yeah, so why would I be racist? So my parents teach me how to be a racist. In other words, I'm brought up in a racist household, and therefore that would be my view too. Excellent answer. I'm not saying I was, but I'm saying, based on what he said, what's your name?
Jet.
Based on what Jet said, somebody who's brought up in a racist household might they themselves become racist.
Maybe different.
Difference. That's an excellent answer too. Somebody's different to who I am. I don't like people who are different. I don't like their food. I don't like the way they dress. I don't like the way that they talk a funny language. They talk in an accent. And all of a sudden, that difference can translate into hate. I don't know about it. I'm ignorant about it. Nobody's taught me about it. I've never learned about it. Why do they do all these funny things? Why do they sing in this funny way? Why do they talk in this funny way? Why do they dress in this funny way? All of that sort of stuff can lead to hatred. Let me look at my answers, boys and girls, and I think that they're very close to yours, so I'm going to go back to one. Someone hurts you or someone you love. Tick, we got it. Jealousy, bam! Smacked it on the head. Ignorance or lack of education. And what we learn at home. We got it all. Here's the next dude that I Googled. It's hard to see with this square for some reason, but what religion do you think that I Googled when I pulled that up?
Indian?
That's not a religion.
Arab?
That's not a religion either.
Islamic?
Muslim, Islam.
Muslim.
So I put in Muslim, and I put it in Google Images, and that's the first image that came up. Now, if I was a Martian coming from outer space, what would I think about Muslim people based on that picture? That Muslim people are bit crazy, violent. What else would I think?
Insane.
Insane. What else would I think? Anything?
Maybe you think they're a bit mean.
Mean, maybe. Dirty, maybe. Uncontrollable. Weird. Okay, now, why do you think somebody put this image up of a Muslim person? What was the purpose? Why would they do that? What do they want me to feel? Whose hand haven't I seen up for a while? What about you, man? What's your name?
Kiara.
Kiara, tell me, what do you think the person who put that up wanted me to feel about Muslim people?
Maybe a bit scared.
Good. That's exactly what they wanted me to feel. They wanted me to feel scared. In fact, the word that we use to describe people who do and say bad things about Muslim people is called Islamophobia. I'll write it up because the screen's unclear. Because Kiara said that they want me to feel scared. Phobia. Islamophobia is when I am scared of Muslim people because I don't understand them, and therefore I say and do bad things against them. Now, I taught at a beautiful school called, which was a year 5 and 6 composite class, and we're sitting in a circle discussing this, and a little girl put up her hand. Her name was Fatima, and she told the following story. She said she was walking home from school with her little brother who was in prep, and all of a sudden some guy came up to her, swore at her, called her a Muslim and the C word, pushed her little brother over, and ran away, like a coward. So she was obviously devastated, crying. Her brother was on the floor crying. His books were everywhere. And she said what made her even sadder was that people didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to react. Lots of people just pretended they never saw that they crossed the street. They didn't want to get involved. Bystanders. Some people came up and helped. But she said that most people just ignored or pretended they never saw. That was the one reason she was upset. The other reason was from that moment onwards her parents didn't allow her to go out by herself and her brother, because they were scared. And you know, it's interesting. A lot of the Muslim schools where I teach at, they say that after a terrorist attack, they get so scared because they're worried that everybody thinks that all Muslim people are bad because of the acts of just a few. And unfortunately, those people who don't understand or just listen to stories or maybe just read the newspapers might believe that. We've got to make sure that we understand that we cannot judge a whole group of people because of the actions of a few. 99% of Muslim people, just like 99% of Jewish people, or Hindu people, or Buddhist people are good. And we cannot judge the whole group because of what a few people do. That's just being unfair. Yeah?
Yeah, but at the same time, what a few people have done has made everyone, switch and
It's true.
change
It's
everyone's
true.
opinion.
It's true. And that's why we need to have the discussions. We need to have these discussions. Because there are Muslim people who do the wrong thing. But that doesn't mean that most of the Muslim people are bad. Because just a few people do the wrong thing. You're right. And that's why there is the perception. That's why people do think that. But we've got to try and clear that up. Because it's not fair. It's not fair for all the other Muslim people who are good people. It's not fair. It's horrible to live your life like that. Feeling that people don't like you because of your religion, because of what a bunch of crazy people do overseas. Because they're crazy. Yeah? That doesn't represent Muslim people all over the world. It just represents a bunch of crazy people who are out there doing stupid things. Who really don't even know what it means to be a Muslim.
But why they do that is because they believe in God. Like they think that there's another life after
They believe in a very warped idea of what it means to be a Muslim. It's not the way that true Muslims behave. Most Muslim people that you will speak to will say that they totally disagree with the way in which those people live their lives. I don't want to go into a big discussion about it now, but all I want to say is, and it's good that we're talking about this, all I want to say is that we cannot judge the actions of a few people and assume that everybody else is like that, because it's not true. And it's the same with everything, with all types. Tell me other types of phobias, guys, that you can think of. This Islamophobia. What other types of phobia? What other types of hatreds against groups of people can you think of? Right, who's this guy that I googled over here? Oh, see, not him. This one.
Oh, is that supposed to be Osama bin Laden?
Yeah, that's a Jew. I typed in Jew, and that's what came up there. Now that was taken from, just so that you know, this was taken from a newspaper from Germany in the 1930s called the Stürmer. That was the name of the newspaper, The Voice. What was happening in Germany in the 1930s? My history buffs in the room. Yes?
They were killing the Jews.
Not yet. They were almost killing the Jews. But who was rising to power? What was his name? Hitler. Between 1933 and 1939, Hitler rose to power and he became the Prime Minister, the Chancellor in 1939. When 1933 he became the Chancellor, 1939, World War II started. So during that time, Hitler went on a campaign against Jews, against Gypsies, against gay people, against black people, against people who didn't believe in what he had to say. And from 1939 to 1945, there was this huge war, as we know, World War II, and during that time, a lot of those people were killed. 6 million Jewish people, my family, for example, most of them were killed. My great-grandparents, my uncles, my aunts, my grandparents all survived, and I'll tell you something interesting. We talked about bystanders. My grandmother, who lived in Paris, she was saved during the war by non-Jewish families who didn't even know her. They hid her in their farm. She lived with the chickens, actually. They hid her in the farm, and she managed to survive there for 3 years, from the age of 12 until 15. Until the war ended, and she came out and she lived. Just because a non-Jewish family chose to save the life of a little Jewish girl, they didn't even know. They weren't bystanders, even though they could have got absolutely and utterly, their family, their parents, everybody would have been killed and punished if they would have been discovered, this non-Jewish family, yet they chose to save my grandmother. And because of that, here I am. My family's here because of the goodness of somebody who chose to do the right thing. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't mind having a chat to you afterwards as well, maybe. Hatred and fear of Jews is called anti-Semitism. Now, I'm lucky in my life, I haven't experienced any. None. Nobody's ever turned around to me and been mean to me because I'm a Jew. But what I can tell you is that the school that I teach at, which is a Jewish school, around the whole school is a big wall with barbed wire. And at the entrance to the school are guards with guns.
Where?
At my school. Yeah.
When is this?
This is now. The school that I teach at.
They have guns?
Yeah, the guards have guns. I'll tell you why. Because last year in Paris, 2 kids were killed at a Jewish school when people went in and just shot them. In Buenos Aires in Argentina, there were 14 kids who were killed at a Jewish school because people went in and killed them. It's stupid. People don't play nicely together. And because of that, we have to have walls around us. When I walk into your school, I love it. I just went straight from the cafe at lunchtime and I walked in and here I was. And that's the way it should be. That's normal. My school is not normal. That's not how it should be. You shouldn't have to have guards with guns at schools. That's just ridiculous. But I think it's important for you guys to know that in your city, at a school not very far away from you, and all Jewish schools, by the way, there's 6 Jewish schools, actually 9 Jewish day schools in Melbourne, all of them have got guards, and all the guards have got guns. You wouldn't see them, obviously, because no one wants to show their guns, but just in case. Crazy. Some Muslim schools as well, because of the threats against Muslim kids. It's crazy. Nothing will ever happen, but it's just rather to be safe than to be sorry. Right, somebody asked me earlier on, how do you report? Who asked me that question? You asked me the question. Oh, you maybe asked me the question. Somebody asked me the question. Well, let me tell you. If we don't want to be a bystander and we want to report, every single social media site has got a report button. YouTube, you have to be a member. In other words, you have to have an account to report on YouTube. You press the 3 dots where it says more, and then it will talk you through it. Report, and they might ask you, what don't you like about this clip? Tell them. If they don't take it down straight away, do it again. If they still don't take it down, do it again. Get your friends to do it. Get your family to do it. Get your class to do it. Get your school to do it as a project. If it's something that you find very offensive. The same thing applies with all social media sites. It might be the Facebook, where I found this meme about Kathy Freeman, which we reported at my school, and which we got taken down. Or it might be in Instagram. That's the old Instagram, we haven't updated it yet. Where you press the report, and you don't know whether they take it down or not. You've got to keep checking. Alright? If you see something bad, boys and girls, somebody's bullying you, somebody's mean to you, you see something yuck, take a screenshot so that you can, if you need to report it, you can show them exactly what it is that you don't like. Block people, unfollow them, report the abuse, and of course delete the comments after you have taken the screenshot.